Okay, so I got my 1 3/4 on a 3-inch CLR, a 4-to-1 merge collector wrap, and I'm going to show y'all how this works. In this video, I'll be introducing my 15-degree merge wraps. And so for this video, everything will be based on 15 degrees. All my previous standard wraps were based on 13 degrees, so just keep that in mind. So first we got to start with finding our 15 degrees here. So bear with me, I'm doing this one-handed. But so set your indicator at 165. Okay, so we'll just call that 165. And wherever that touches, you kind of bring it to it. That's where your mark needs to be. So that is where, when you slide this up, that is where the mark is going to rest on that point. So now if you have your 15 degree marked, we can try to do this two-handed. There is a slit allowing you to open it up. So you can slide it up the tube. So then you slide it up the tube, find your 15 degree mark, and make sure that your flat is laying flat on the table, because that marks the middle point of the tube. So we'll bring that up to where it's touching, and then you can make your mark. All right, so now that we've got all of our lines marked, you no longer need that. So the next stage is cutting your bends out. And I'll do that now and be right back. Now that we have the tubes cut out just off their angles, you can see we still have the rest of the layouts to cut out. Now for this demonstration, I'm going to use an angle grinder because a lot of people aren't going to have fixtures already made for these things, or any kind of CNC equipment, or a Bridgeport, or all this other fancy equipment. This is just for bare bones. If you want to DIY your own 4-to-1 collector, I'm going to do it just like some of y'all are going to do it. Angle grinder and a cutoff wheel.
Let's get cutting these out. Maybe something a little bit better to hold this thing in place. That's right, this thing moving around. Alright, let's get back to it. One down, crude, but it'll go in the belt sander.
Alright, so now we're just going to do some basic cleanup with some just basic angle grinder and a flat wheel. We'll clean up these edges, and then we'll throw it on the belt sander. everything cleaned up and faced. You have a flat surface, both sides. All you do is put a couple tacks on 2 of the halves and then throw it on the belt sander. Make sure these are nice and flush together so that you can put it together. All right, so now that you have your 2 halves put together, you can weld her up. Run your outsides about up to there. Then you'll be welding on the inside once you get this all cut up and opened up to whatever size you want.
Let's do some welding. Of course, this is mild steel, so it doesn't need to be purged. It's been a long time since I welded mild steel.
So here we have our final product, minus the legs that go here. Really what you want to do is weld on about 1.5 inches. Really what most people do is weld on the length here, the same size as the OD. So this would be 1 3/4. So you'd have 1 3/4 leg coming off of this before you welded all this together. And ideally, really, to keep these gaps from happening from when you weld it up, go ahead and weld your halves completely, and then once you weld all this together, it won't pull so much. But this is all just there's a learning curve to it, and each time you do it, you'll get better, and you'll learn quicker ways to do it and better ways to do it. But as you can see, the template for sure works. So I'm signing off for the night. Y'all have a good one.